one last thing before I go. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the death of cinema, and I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this argument. I'm sick of this topic being brought up. I'm tired of y'all. It's so annoying. Someone who's a phenomenal YouTuber, Patrick H. Wellms, I think is his name. I may have said that wrong, and if I did, sir, I'm so sorry. You are incredibly like the kind of content he makes. I could only wish to uh, create that level and quality of content. Like he's really, really talented. Okay, he made this hour and a half video talking about the death of cinema, and there are a lot of reasons why cinema is dying, as he said in the video. Because when movies were first coming out, a lot of times, okay, when movies were first coming out, people would go see movies to see a movie star. They would go see a movie because Sylvester Stone. Sorry, can't say his name. People would go see a movie because Sylvester Stallone is in the film. People would go see a movie because Tom Cruise is in the film. People would go see a movie because Jack Nicholson, Jessica Roberts, a movie star is in the movie, you know? And nowadays, it's not the case. And that was the case mainly in the 90s, and then in the 2000s. You have these films like Harry Potter. You have these films like Star Wars. Well, Star Wars didn't come out in the 2000s, did it? I'm not even going to Google it because whatever. And then there is Lord of the Rings. And that's when studios realized that we can make movies based off of a already existing IP, because there's a built-in fan base, and people go see that movie to see these stories, you know, brought to life, and they can make money off the existing fan base already. And then one thing they also learned with Spider-Man was that superhero movies is even bigger get, because you can make billions of dollars off this thing. Like comic movies can go on forever because they're meant to go on forever. And then what happened was Marvel, of course, and that's why a lot of people say that Marvel killed cinema. It's not that Marvel killed cinema. It's really just capitalism. Okay, studios wanted to make more money. They figured out what movies made more money, so they kept making those movies. And then they built a giant studio behind it that now, whenever a Marvel movie comes out, more people go see that than they see a small indie film. Because people are not seeing poignant dramas anymore like they used to. But I think that people are still watching poignant dramas nowadays. You know, they may not have the same draw and the same box office appeal or the same numbers that like the new Captain Marvel movie will get, but people are still going to see the movies. People are still going to going to watch them. Also, they're streaming. You know, things are being released on a streaming service, and they're being released in the theaters, or sometimes they are released for a short theatrical release, so they don't make as much money in the box office. And recently, thanks to David Zaslav, there have been movies and TV shows being deleted and removed from streaming and online libraries, so now people cannot revisit and rewatch things that they loved. And Disney, the monopoly that it is eating and swallowing up all these smaller studios and all these smaller enterprises and services that were essentially online libraries of older films and movies and TV shows. And now that these are being done away with because they're not seen as profitable, quote unquote, there is, you know, a deficit when it comes to the online library of, visual media. There are a number of reasons as to why cinema is dying. You could also say the death of the movie star, because people don't go see a movie to see Chris Evans. People don't go see a movie to see Chris Hemsworth. People don't go see movies to see Anthony Mackie. They go to see X-Men. They go to see Captain Marvel. They go to see Captain America. And even though Chris Evans is a talented and very handsome actor, because there aren't any movie stars anymore, quote unquote, there aren't really strong roles for these people to play except being in terrible streaming movies like Ghosted. But I will have to say, I don't think that there is a death of a movie star. There are movie stars out there. Like Zendaya, she's definitely a movie star. She's definitely an it girl. Every movie she's in, people will go see it and everyone will go watch it. I think Timothée Chalamet is a movie star. I think there are a number of movie stars out there. And I feel like a lot of times when these publications are trying to get data or try to get answers for the questions they have for their articles, they are reaching out to people who are in their generation and not reaching out to the younger generation. You know, because young people will tell you who they like to watch it, who they like to listen to, and who they're interested in. You know what I mean? Harry Styles is becoming a movie star. People love Harry Styles. Bad Bunny. I'm sad that he's not going to be in the Marvel movie, but I still think he would be a really good actor. I think he's very talented. There are also a number of reasons as to why people are not interested in movies anymore. You could say it's because of phones, because now when people watch movies, they have to be on their phones and they're not glued to the screen, they're not interested in the screen. But you could also, I think you're also wrong, because Parasite is one of the most popular, well-liked, beloved, and one of the most watched films, really, from the 2020s. And the movie isn't even in English, it's subtitles. All right? How are you going to be on your phone and watch a movie with subtitles? Explain that to me, baby girl. Also, it's not just Marvel movies that are making a huge impact. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is a movie that was so different and so unique and so amazing. So many people loved it. It's one of the most reviewed movies on Letterboxd. You know, La La Land is also really well loved and one of the most viewed movies on Letterboxd as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I also think that, like, sometimes, like, remake sequels are not bad. I know that making movies based off of already existing intellectual properties can be stupid, like a Super Mario movie and an Angry Birds movie, but the Barbie movie did super well. It's not simply because it's Barbie, it's because Barbie is an emotional film that talks about what it's like to be a woman and realizing who you are in the world and your place there and how Barbie fits into it, but also what Barbie represents to people and what it represented to so many others. It wasn't a perfect movie. No, of course not. It wasn't meant to be a perfect movie, but it was still good. And I cried. Okay. I loved that movie. Okay. Greta Gerwig, you are a queen. All right. That's my girl right there. Y'all can't say nothing about my girl, Greta. All right. Leave my white woman alone. Yeah. Also, people watch TV more. Like, people are watching TV. TV now has the same quality and production value that movies have. And television, I mean, overall, it's just a lot more interesting than movies. Like, to watch a 2-hour movie is way too much, girl. But to watch 5 hours of television, I'll be there. Okay? People are just into TV a lot more. And another thing is that people don't have disposable income anymore. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people have the money to go to the movie theater. People rather stay at home. You spend so much money on these different streaming platforms. Of course, you're going to watch the movie on streaming. And of course, a lot of these streaming libraries are bloated with all these different titles. So people are paralyzed with choice. But people still watch the things they want to watch and watch the things that they're attracted to and watch the things they're interested in. If you're someone who likes things that are dark and gritty, you'll like Black Mirror. You'll like shows like Red Rose. You'll like shows like Dark. If you like things that are wholesome and fun, you'll watch shows like Heartstopper. You'll watch shows like Sex Education. You know, you'll be into that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? There are a number of reasons as to why cinema is dying. There's a number of reasons as to why. And I think that saying Marvel is just a red herring. I don't think that's a plausible thing to say. I don't think it's really strong. Of course, there are people who will say, like, oh, the reason why cinema is dying because there are there's too much political messaging in TV nowadays. And to that I say, well, girl, watch something else. Like, damn, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, but I do encourage everybody to, invest in physical media.